Today, we'll look at the monetization dashboard and key metrics that will help you analyze your app's monetization performance. Monetization dashboard presents important metrics such as the percentage of successful ad requests, called fill rate, revenue per thousand impressions, called eCPM, ad click-through rate, called CTR, how many ads shown actually reach the user, display rate, number of active users, called engaged users and active users, and finally, average advertising revenue per active user, ARPU. Here's what's important to know. Fill rate indicates how often ad requests are successfully completed. Low fill rate may indicate problems with receiving advertising. eCPM helps you measure how profitable an ad impression is. CTR shows how attractive an ad is to users. A high CTR means that users click on ads frequently. Display rate is important for understanding how often loaded ads are actually shown to users. For ads that were downloaded but not shown, you do not receive income. Please note that next to the metric name above each graph, there is an icon, by hovering over which you can see a detailed description of this metric. At the beginning of the page, we have a filter field, in which several filters are already selected by default, but we can add others ourselves. The by country filter shows which countries the app is most popular in and how much revenue users from each country generate. We can immediately determine the top geo and then look at the statistics for it. For analysis, we recommend looking at statistics specifically for the top geo, as well as for each application separately. It is also important to look at each type of advertising separately. This is especially true for ARPU. By examining the data by ad type, we get a clear picture of what types of ads are effective for our application. That is, which types of ads generate the most revenue and which generate the least, as well as estimate fill rate and other key metrics for each type of advertising. Now moving on to the eCPM chart. It's important to understand that even if the cost per thousand impressions, eCPM, does not seem high, the overall advertising revenue can be significant due to the high volume of waterfall requests and impressions. The key indicator here is fill rate, the percentage of successfully loaded advertisements from the total number of requests, which directly affects the total advertising revenue. Sometimes it is more convenient to look at the data not in a graph, but in a table. For example, let's turn on the ad type column and see what display rate each ad type has. Display rate is an important metric that allows you to see what percentage of the loaded advertisement was shown to users. For banners, the normal display rate is 90%, and for interstitials and rewarded videos, 60–70%. This metric depends on the ad caching logic. Auto-caching is suitable for banners and is enabled by default. However, for full-screen ads, we recommend using manual caching. I'm adding ARPU and ARPEU columns. ARPU gives a general idea of a user's profitability, including all sources of income, advertising, purchases, subscriptions. ARPEU focuses on revenue generated solely from advertising and only counts engaged users. ARPU and ARPEU are the main indicators that you should rely on when analyzing statistics. For example, if you made some changes and the ARPU became higher, then we conclude that the changes had a positive effect. However, if the ARPU is lower, it is negative. Today, we've covered the most important monetization metrics for your apps. Don't forget to check them regularly in your Appodeal dashboard. Thanks for watching.